Good morning, everyone. Hi. How's everyone doing today? I'm really excited for the lesson today. We are going to be doing intuitive drawing and painting. And just to get you set up, we'll wait a little bit longer to see if anyone else checks in. But to get set up for today's paint along session, you'll want to have some drawing tools. Hi, Lisa. So charcoal markers are really good. I went camping. I did a very socially distant camp session over the weekend, and I brought back some things from the fire that I'm going to try to work with today. So there's that I'm going to use. You can use charcoal, markers, pencil, pen. Now you can tell I have a big canvas behind me, so I'm going to be working on a big canvas. Hi, Roberta, and hi, Joanne. Really good to see you. Thanks for joining. So you can work on paper today or canvas. It's up to you. You could do both. You could work flat and on the easel. It really depends on how much you want to get into it today. But I'm just going to work on this so you can see what I'm doing. I also have a loaded up palette of colors, of paint here. Last week we made we used egg yolks, and if you have any of those products still around and you want to use those, feel free to do that. Any materials you want to use. I did say in the newsletter description that we would be making our own drawing tools today, and I think I'm going to do like a separate video about that. But just for an example, I want to show you this tool I made. I took this experimental drawing class at Penland several summers ago, and I made this drawing tool from a pine cone, and I taped some pencil and charcoal on there. It's a little bit fragile, but it kind of works. But if you wanted to today, try making some kind of, or using an unconventional material that's around your studio to work with at some point also. So I'm basing the lesson today on the automatic drawings and the autonomism. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Automatism. That the surrealist artists used. And I just attached the Wikipedia entry to that you can research at any time. And I also put the link in the comments if you're watching this in the future. But basically, this was a practice that started in the late 1800s, early 1900s, where people would just draw with their eyes closed or not, but just draw whatever. Just let their hand draw. And then they would look at that and kind of tease out forms or characters or shapes or things from the scribble that they produced. So we're going to start off doing that a little bit today. And also I made these cards. I just cut up a mixed media piece, and I made cards with little prompts on them. And what I want to do is every now and then I will pull one of these, and this will be our prompt as we proceed. So I don't really know, I'm going to shuffle them up. Don't really know like what the cards hold, but I will pull some at random, and that will guide us as we're working today. But since you're in your studio, just enjoy your space alone. Get as weird with this as you want to. Um, you know, do something super wacky if you have to, and just enjoy the process. All right. Are there any questions? Because I think we'll just go ahead and start. Um, so have your materials on hand. I'm going to point this down a little bit. And actually, for this, no, I'll just leave that. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with a marker. Got my paint markers here. I'm going to start with the marker. And when you begin, just close your eyes and just slowly and intentionally let the marker go across your paper or whatever drawing tool you're using. And it doesn't have to be a frantic scribble. It can just be a meandering line, just whatever you want it to be. And then with your eyes closed, you might try to draw something. Your paintbrush bucket or your water jar or spray can, just something, whatever comes up in your head, try to draw it with your eyes closed. Maybe it's your hand. I'm seeing my water jar. That's what I wanted to draw. You might switch tools or switch hands, work with your non-dominant hand. Do the same thing, close your eyes and just see what happens. Just let the drawing tool go over your paper or canvas. I'm going to switch drawing tools for a second here. And if you switch your drawing tool, you might notice how it encourages you to make a different mark than the previous drawing tool. And again, you might draw something with your eyes closed or looking off in the distance, not looking at your canvas. I'm trying to draw scissors. I'm gonna try some of my charcoal here. And you can be going faster if you want, slower. Maybe some line of text or poetry, something comes to your mind, and you might want to write that out. I'm going to switch to a different color marker here and just do a little more. We'll just take a couple more minutes just randomly drawing whatever comes to us. I'm going to draw a prompt. Hi, Paulette. Hi, Connie. Thanks for joining in. Okay, I'm going to draw a prompt from my deck here. Let's see. Blind contour of an item or items in the room. So we kind of did that already with our eyes closed, but we'll just take another 2 or 3 minutes. If you want to look at something in the room and try to draw it without looking at your canvas or your paper, whatever it is you're working on. Oops, I looked. Keep looking. So I'm going to pause for a minute here and look at my scribbles, and you can look at whatever your scribbles are and maybe see if there, aside from your blind contours, there might be other interesting things emerging in the shapes. You might start seeing little characters, little monsters or trees or clouds. And feel free to start developing those. If you feel like there's something really calling you to just um, emphasize a little bit more. So I think I want to do that. I'm going to use some paint now. I have my palette fully loaded up. I'm going to let you use whatever you want. If you want to use markers, charcoal, choose whatever color you want. So here, at first I saw a tree, but now as I'm adding green, I'm seeing a caterpillar. And I think you all know about my caterpillar thing. So yeah, just pull out any form, any kind of picture, anything you see emerging that seems kind of interesting to you. Or just paint in one of your blind contours if you want. Okay, I'm going to pick another card. We'll see what it tells us to do. Create a pattern with your non-dominant hand. It's going to be a challenge. So basically a pattern is anything that's a repetition of shapes, marks, a motif, a symbol, anything like that. These stripes here is the beginning of a pattern. So anything like that, but you're going to do it with your non-dominant hand. You can use your paint, you can use your drawing tool, whatever you want to use. Okay. You can just let it overlap a section or fill in a section, however you want to go about doing that. Let's see. I don't know what I want to do. Hopefully you're getting some kind of a shaky, kind of irregular thing going on. This is actually kind of like a doodle that I used to do in school, where I would just start doing these X's in a box, and the whole purpose was to not take my pencil off the paper, but try to make as many complete X's in boxes as possible. Maybe you have your pattern going and you want to add a little color to it, fill in some of the shapes. We'll take a couple more, another minute or so here. And I mean, it goes without saying that you can just break off and start doing your own thing. You don't have to listen to the prompts that I'm giving. That is 100% up to you. think I'm gonna pick another card. Scribble with intention. We've kind of done this already, but something you might try doing is drawing like a face or, again, something in your vicinity, a landscape, whatever it is. But instead of using straight lines, use scribbles. So let's see, I'm going to do my hand here. And the idea is that you don't use a straight line, so you kind of surrender this idea of perfection. Might take a while to just get the scribble right. I'm going to choose another card. Apply a stain on 2/3 of your canvas or your paper. So 2/3 of this is about that much. You interpret this however you want. I'm not going to do 2/3. But I am going to make a transparent, by stain I mean like a transparent color to paint over a section of the painting, so you can still see some of those drawings and marks that you made underneath that. Let's see, I think I want to use yellow. Your choice on color. I was going to do red, but I don't know. I'm just feeling like I want more warmth today, I guess. And of course, this is blending with the charcoal marks too. I'm using a big brush, some water. Good thing I used yellow because it's just smearing with the charcoal and making a green. I like to get the paint dripping down the canvas. Okay. All right. I'm going to choose another prompt. Gestural script with brush. So it can be text. It could be just jibber jabber. It could be a whole new language that you invent. You can try different brushes. And by gestural, I mean loose but controlled. You might also try painting around some of these forms in a gestural way. So I'm going to grab some white with a little bit of color. I'm going to do the broken color thing where I don't mix my colors. I just use different colors on the brush and start painting with that around some of these lines and forms. I'm feeling like picking another card. Add collage element. So a decorative paper, pictures from a magazine, fabric, even glitter is considered a collage element. Anything like that. So I'm going to look through my little bag of tricks here, see what I have. Something very graphic. Lisa Murphy, I don't know if you're still out there. Do you recognize this? It's a card you gave me. I'm going to put that in there. I like the way this is working with that. So I'm going to do this. Just slathering some acrylic gel medium on the back of this. And I'm going to adhere it. Yeah, I'll put it here. I want to add more. I have so many great papers. If Pat's out there. Ah, Lisa. I'm glad you recognized it. Did you make that? I loved it. I've used it in other things. I think that was the last bit of it. I have so many wonderful papers and things from Pat. I just love all these little gifts and things that people give me. I always use them. All right, I've got this. This has a really pretty floral pattern on it. Again, the paper napkin trick, peel off the top layer. And just use a little part of this. I'm going to just use this up here in the corner for now. And if you remember this trick, oops, you can't see it. Because this is so thin, the paper napkin, if you brush it over, if you brush your acrylic glazing medium over your paper napkin, it goes right through and it sticks it to your canvas, your composition. Super easy, really satisfying. How fun is that? Here we go. Falling over the top of it for now. All right. Yay. Okay, I did that. I added my collage element. I'm going to pick another card. Your favorite number. How do you want to indicate your favorite number? It could be the number of marks. It could be the actual number. I have a lot of favorite numbers, but I really like the number 44. Don't know why, I just do. If you repeat it enough, it turns into a little pattern. Pull this in closer. And I'm going to use my acrylic medium again to blend this chalk pastel. You can see that. use a new tool, something you haven't used yet. And if you want to invent something, like I showed earlier, I know you don't, there's probably not a lot of time, but I built this funny little drawing tool. What do I want to use? Let's see. I'm going to use my paper napkin from what I pulled away from that. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to make some splotches with this. If you have an eraser on a pencil, that's a really cool tool to work with. I did write some prompts for subjects. I did put some nouns, some like things to think about, but none of them are coming up. So I guess it's all about process today. Oh, this reminds me, a credit card is a good tool you can work with. Or a palette knife, if you have one. I'm going to do another one. We're nearing the end of our hour. Ooh, this is a fun one. Use non-dominant hand finger painting. Okay, if you want to put on a glove, do that. If you don't feel comfortable, if you're using cadmium pigments, pure cadmium pigments, I would say don't do this. But yeah, if you have a glove to put on, I'm gonna do the glove. I want to be responsible. So, non-dominant hand finger painting. Okay, it's interesting to mix the colors on the palette. I've got purple I'm gonna use. And even okay. I'm loving these little dots. There is something nice when you don't use gloves to see your fingerprint, though, I will say. So if you like this way of working, this kind of thing, this process where I draw things randomly, I pick cards randomly, and we just work intuitively, let me know because I think it's really fun. And I was thinking it would be fun to try doing this like on Thursdays in the future, just work very loosely like this. And if you're interested, you all could contribute prompts to the assignment. So just let me know either in the comments or just email me because I think it's fun. But all right, I'm going to pick one more card. Summertime, yay. We do have a subject, a noun, summertime. I don't know, I want to keep doing these dots, to be honest. And speaking of summertime, on Monday, we'll be doing a still life. We'll be working from a still life, a summertime still life. So objects that evoke summertime for you. Fruits, things you go camping with, I don't know, whatever it is, whatever summertime is to you. Try to create a still life that will work from. I'm still into the finger painting. I do have take this off now. My summer fruit motif. Oh, yay, Pamela, I'm so glad. Yeah, you've been doing some really cool abstract pieces. It's very exciting to see those. I'm going to put a little bit of my summertime napkin in here. Put it up here. So if you've been playing along with me today, my fellow studio mates, that's what I'm going to start calling y'all. Please send me what you do, even if you think it looks crummy. I would love to see it. I'd love to be able to post these online also. I usually post them to my blog, which is blogspot.com/UrsulaGullo. That I recently posted some to my Instagram page and everyone loved them. So I would like to do that. So send me an image, UrsulaGullo.com. Or no, sorry, at gmail.com. All right. I put my summer fruit up in there. So just keep taking this wherever you got to take it. If you want to paint over the whole thing, sand it down and paint over it, do that. Whatever you want to do here from here on out. I have many more cards left that I'd love to use these up in the future. So maybe we'll do this again some Thursday if there's enough interest. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. If you liked this video, please give a thumbs up. Thank you to everyone who's been sending donations. That's so lovely, and I really appreciate it. And I'm really glad we're back at this. And if there aren't any more comments or questions, I'm probably going to sign off in the next 15 seconds. I can't wait to see what you all have done. Here is mine. Probably continue this as we go. But yeah, there it is. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I loved seeing you all again, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.